life I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby I'm bad, yeah. Baby I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up.
Pipebomb Productions presents Pipebomb Radio NYC, sponsored by Steiner Sports and Prez Energy. Here are your hosts, Darnell the Playmaker Salins and Ricky Litwinkowicz. What is up, everybody? It is Sunday. Pipebomb Radio NYC live on the air on Pain Train Pipebomb, Pipebomb Gaming, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. We are here. We got the Bear Man, Mr. Alex Alcazaz, who is currently on mute. Go ahead, Bear Man.
I'm not on mute.
Now you're not on mute.
Yeah, I got distracted. I was looking down. Sorry, y'all. I was shutting out the show. I was doing my duty. Because that's what we do. We do our duties. We are committed, loyal, and dedicated. And gentlemen, I gotta be honest, WrestleMania Night 1 was not as bad as I feared it would be.
We also got the Playmaker, all the way down from Florida. Playmaker, what's doing? He needs to come off of mute.
he needs to stop hiding. He's hiding.
Yeah, well, the big pop filter kind of just does the job.
Exactly. This is what I do. But what's up? Night 2's tonight. Night 1 was good. But we're going to get into night 1 in a minute. So,
all right. So I think overall, after doing the show yesterday and then while watching it, I hate to say it, but I love to know the fact that I sat here and I'm sitting here watching with my dad, And first off, he wasn't excited with it at all, to be honest.
I mean, I don't blame him, honestly. I mean,
he was not excited at all.
He's probably a little bit like me. He's probably lost a bit of his religion with WWE. I mean, in my case, I completely lost it. I'm trying to get it back. I don't know the status about your dad, but kind of seems like your dad doesn't really like WWE much anymore. But you can't blame him because the content has not been good.
It's kind of I don't know. Like, I think he expected a little bit more to happen last night than what ended up happening.
Well, I gotta ask you, Ricky, how long has your dad been a wrestling fan?
My dad has been watching it since like the 50s. So
okay, so he knows.
50s.
Yeah, so
well,
yeah,
my dad just turned 75 this year, so he's been watching it going all the way back to like the Bruno Sammartinos.
I mean, wow.
Like the Butcher, like Bruiser Brody. Like he's watched it all. He's been watching it all the way through. So it's not like it's saying, you know, like he doesn't know what really is going on. Like, he knows what's going on.
Oh, he does. And we like to call ourselves wrestling historians, gentlemen. But your dad, Ricky, I think your dad's beyond a wrestling historian.
Well,
I mean, he's been through it all, including the days of wrestling.
Well, think of it this way, though, okay? So,
really? You got to say it like that?
Well, yes, I do have to say it like that.
Just think of it this way. It was not the WWF back then. It was the WWF. Okay? Yep. The Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Back in the day,
when it was territorial, back then. It was the territory of the New York, New Jersey area. Am I right?
Yes. So,
and of course, back then there was WCCW down here in Dallas.
And I'm not gonna lie when I say it that I got to see a lot of it in person. Like a lot of the house shows were not like as huge as they were. I have actually met guys like Tony Atlas and Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that. There is a picture of me as a 9-year-old being held up on Tony Atlas's bicep. That was just
bicep
on it, dude. Tony Atlas was huge back in the day. Like he was actually a bodybuilder / wrestler back in the day, where his arms were huge. Not when everybody got to see him when he was old, bald, and flabby. You know, and people were making jokes of him. So just I mean, like that's as far back as I could say we go with that. But he was just kind of lost last night. He really was. And I mean, he watches it religiously Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Like he watches it, and he was just like, this is not what I really expected at all. So
I would ask your dad this. I would say, Mr. Winkowicz, would you honestly say that what you are watching is not professional wrestling? He would probably say, Bear Man, no, sir, that is not professional wrestling. And I would say you're right. I mean, I'm not as educated as you are, Mr. Winkowicz, but I agree. I think I know enough to agree with you.
Personally, I think my dad was just not happy with the storylines or how a lot of his shit went out last night.
Well, based on your dad's experience and knowledge and and expertise with the pro wrestling business, again, since he's been watching since the 50s, I mean, he has experienced it all. He's probably seen lucha libre, Japanese strong style, the old school 80s brawling and technical wrestling. I mean, your dad knows everything. Has seen everything there is to see in wrestling, and to go from all that to seeing the comedy crap that we see in WWE. I mean, I'll be honest. I feel bad for your dad.
For him personally, me and him were kind of just making more fun of things that were going on last night than anything else. And again, like. We sat here and we're going to go over it real quick for the recap, but a lot of the shit we said yesterday was on the money.
Yeah.
No, a lot of stuff that you said was on the money.
Yeah, Darnell, we will have to talk about that because Seth Rollins' opponent, I think you, sir, it's the only one who got it wrong. But at the same time, you said Bray Wyatt, didn't you? I think either Bray Wyatt.
I got it wrong on purpose.
But still, I mean, okay, it doesn't matter because at least your prediction was realistic. So we're gonna give you credit for that.
You do realize like this is really like the first time Ricky has outdone me when it comes to talking wrestling.
I don't watch it as much either as I used to.
Neither do I. At least not WWE. I mean,
come on, man. We all know I used to run the picks. I used to run them.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I was at a Major League Wrestling show on Thursday. What I saw, that was professional wrestling. That was true, pure professional wrestling. And Ricky, if your dad had been there in the audience with me, your dad probably would have been crying because
I'll
yeah.
kind of put it to you this way. Steven Waldman's actually kind of on the money with when it comes to the actual product in itself. New Japan does well. That and Ring of Honor do overshadow what can be actually done on TV. It's just the choice of how they choose to do the representation of it. And again, like Ring of Honor and New Japan are going to be miles ahead of what WWE, AEW is going to be.
What about MLW?
MLW is just a entity of its own. That's the way I got to kind of look at that.
And AAA Lucha Libre, the top the top.
That's not something as profound, really, than what we get to see.
I mean, pro wrestling it goes in many different ways, shapes, and forms. But it's an art. It's all a unique art. I mean, every promotion throughout the world is different. Like there's the Japanese strong style, the Lucha Libre style. I mean, seeing all of that, you learn from it. It just, man, you get invested in it. And you're like, okay, they give you the reason to watch. They give you a reason to stay tuned.
Oh, Darnell, start the lead off for the matches for last night.
So before we do that, everybody that's listening in, tell us how you felt about last night, because it was night one. A lot of stuff happened. I'm pretty sure Ricky has some pointers that he wants to talk about.
Oh my God, do I fucking...
I know. So...
it's gonna be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
No, this is gonna be the unforgiven opinion about night one. Not gonna lie. I know when I say unforgiven, I put that in caps, about 72 size font with big exclamation points on them.
Like a Judgment Day.
Oh, I Judgment Day doesn't even freaking put that satisfaction on it.
So after last night's show, I took a quick poll real quick on social media, and fellas, as you can see, the ones in the blue is from Twitter and the ones in the orange is from Facebook. A lot of people said it was freaking awesome.
I beg to differ about that. But...
No, well, the match between Cody and Seth Rollins was certainly freaking awesome, but the first two matches, the tag team match between the Usos and Shinsuke Nakamura and his partner, I keep forgetting the name, and Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin, I did not like those matches.
Mr. Boogs.
Yeah, those two matches, I mean, I watched them because, even though, like I predicted with Mr. Dray, I would not like it, but I was like, you know what, I'll just watch it, because if I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as far as giving it critiques, I have to watch it.
But to me, if we're being honest, Rick Bruce getting injured doesn't really help.
Well, I wasn't sure at first.
Help. Legit injured. That is legit injured.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, Darnell, was it a storyline injury? Or
no,
was it
he legit got injured. He tore his quad pectoral.
Which means he'll be
rolling
around on a fucking one-legged scooter for fucking 6 months.
So, Bearman, where do you fit here? Freaking awesome, good, all right, or not so much?
About WrestleMania 1 as a whole?
As a whole.
I'll be honest, I'm gonna say it was all right.
He's on the all right category. Ricky, where do you stand at?
If I were to rate it, I would definitely probably go 7 out of 10.
I'll put that in the good range.
It's kind of like a B-, borderline C+.
Yeah, so I'd be right about in the good range.
That's I mean, despite the fact that I did, my religion with WWE is long gone, and I hope to one day get it back. If WWE can start producing some good pro wrestling content and actually produce pro wrestling, then yeah. But I'll be honest. Despite that, WrestleMania, I did somewhat enjoy it. If Ricky wants to give it a 7 out of 10, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
All right, so that's our poll. Now, you already brought up the Usos. We talked about Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin.
Well, there's actually one thing about that match. I think there was a time that match where Baron Corbin told Madcap Mouse to get off, get off, you're distracting me. So I thought, So I saw that, so I thought that after the match, something was going to happen, or there was tensions between those two would start, but I don't know. I mean, this was Happy Corbin's first loss since he became happy, right?
Does he come back being Bomb Ass Corbin? Damn it.
Well, Darnell, I gotta ask you: have we seen Baron Corbin shout at Matt Casio, "Get off the ring," whatever?
I watched the whole show from beginning to end.
I will
have we seen
admit
that before? That's what I'm asking.
I will admit I fell asleep through this match.
You said you was gonna fall asleep in the match.
Well,
you literally did what you said you was gonna do.
Yes, I did. That was the only way I was able to stay up till midnight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the storyline kind of, like, even going into this shit, was just done. It's absolutely done. Okay, I'm finally glad that this match is done and said with. Okay, him tearing up the ring at the end of the match, really kind of uncalled for.
It was uncalled for, but you gotta admit, I ain't think they was gonna let him do that. I did not think
that just goes to show that you try to make something out of nothing and you just make it worse.
Big time.
Okay, and now if you kind of just play along with what happened last night, I don't see Madcap and Happy being together very much longer. That's going to be some asinine bullshit fucking storyline that we're going to see somewhere down the line. Corbin blaming Madcap for losing after Madcap wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown. Come on. Okay, listen, I don't need... If I wanted crap in my cereal, I drop my drawers, shit in the bowl, and go that way.
Oh my god!
Like that is just going to be probably one of the worst fucking storylines we see on SmackDown ever.
Probably, yeah. But Ricky, you sir are hilarious.
But it's true though. You're going to give us something we don't fucking want.
Well, WWE is notorious for that.
Give the fans something that they want, not fucking shit in a bowl.
They've been notorious for that since 2008?
We've been dealing with this fucking Corbin McIntyre fucking line for fucking 3.5 months now. Enough with this bullshit.
Well, they ruined Baron Corbin 5 years ago ever since the failed, like I said last night, ever since the failed Money in the Bank cash-in attempt on Corbin. Since then, it's been nothing but the Titanic sinking slowly to the bottom of the ocean.
All right, so we had the Usos retaining their titles, obviously, because of injury to Rick Foods, even though all those picked the Usos going anyway. We had Drew McIntyre taking care of Happy Corbin. And then we got a little something that we needed. Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair. There was no 26-second match this time, Bear Man.
Thank God for that.
Right?
They literally went at it. I think Becky Lynch did 3 rock bottoms?
I'm actually
including one on the steel steps.
Was that 3 rock bombs? Was that supposed to be like a tribute to the match between Stone Cold and The Rock back in 2003?
I believe so, but my outlook on the show for this point was finally we got an actual viable women's match that actually shows the capability of Bianca Belair. Shows that we do have some versatility with Becky coming out with some new actual maneuvers in her moveset, which is great. However, it also goes to show that at a lot of points, Becky is not as beatable as dominant as she was before she left, which is kind of good. But it's going to take and give Becky some time, because now she's been back on that schedule since she came back from the birth of her kid, to be able to change a lot of shit. And I think the haircut was the sign of the times for that. Like, Becky needs to take a breather now and then come back and be a lot more of the Spitfire that she was before she left.
Like the man persona?
Because the big time Beck Steele is not working for her.
Yeah.
As much as we want to say that, she hadn't lost the title in 400 fucking plus days or however long it was. You know what? This one loss gives her some time to fucking step out of the spotlight for a little bit. Give Bianca the run that she rightfully deserved before she lost the fucking title at SummerSlam, and just go from there. Like, I think I think it's kind of like the best way to have written that story out. But overall, that's probably one of the best matches I could say for the night. I could actually say probably one of the cleanest matches for the night.
That was a good match. Bianca Belair. That's 3 horsewomen, Bear Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. There's 1 horsewoman left. I don't know how they're going to do it, but she already took care of 3 of them.
Well, she can't because the other one's in AEW now. So that's done.
No.
Marina Shafir is in AEW. She was part of that the 4 horsewomen thing.
I'm talking about the WWE 4 horsewomen.
Yeah, it's
Sasha, Bailey, Becky. Only left is Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't see it.
I mean, I would love to see Bianca Belair versus Charlotte in a champion versus champion match. I mean, that would certainly.
That would only go to show if they have like another title unification match, like they're doing tonight. But I really don't see that happening. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's really definitely got to be split. Or the only way you're actually going to see that is maybe Survivor Series, where they have champion versus champion, and obviously no titles are going to change hands or whatever. That's just for bragging rights. Which,
Basically.
God forbid, if they bring that pay-per-view back, because I'll shave a donkey's ass if they fucking do that. Hate that fucking pay-per-view bragging rights. Pointless.
I mean, I don't know the last time we even had a good. I mean, I still say the last time Survivor Series was good. I mean, I don't know how long it's been.
Well, to answer Stephen Waldman's question would be the perfect way to segue into the match. He says, how about this? Dominic turns on his father. It's coming. Well, we actually kind of discussed that a little bit yesterday. And I don't think, because of the way everything went within that match, which I got to say again, that was not exactly the cleanest match. I'd say probably there were maybe like 1 or 2 botches, and that wasn't because of Logan Paul either. I kind of put the onus on Dominic, because Dominic has been around for a little while, and still some of his maneuver work was sloppy. Like when you're working with the Miz is usually really good on some of that, and it was sloppy. I'm kind of glad in a way that the Mysterios lost, because it just goes to show that Dominic's not seasoned enough to be sitting there in the spot that he is.
You think they rushed him?
But you know what? I can understand. You got 3 guys that can work. Logan Paul, just being there is the key. What's up, John? I really just don't like it. There was a lot of weird moving parts, and it just doesn't like it just didn't. For some reason, it didn't stand out. Like Logan Paul did phenomenal last night. I'm not gonna lie. They put him in a really good spot, and I think he did a great job. But I think a lot of the just the work between Dominic and The Miz, and some of the stuff between Ray and The Miz, it just was not clean. It was very sloppy.
It was. Stephen Waldman, the best trend he's come up with, trending boring ass Corbin. That's a great one, Mr. Waldman. That's a good one.
I mean, but but I do see there is going to be more that comes out of that. Again, like I went. Hey, you know the deal. What's doing? Yeah, I don't know about that either. I really think that, again, the seeds for the turn was just, it's not there. It's not there yet. It was there. They kind of swept it away for a while. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen right before a major pay-per-view. And the next one's SummerSlam. And I don't even remember where SummerSlam is this year. I definitely know it's probably not here in New York, because if it is, I'm going. But, yeah, I don't see any changes happening right now. Again, it's got to happen on a major stage. And overall, I think the biggest titty twist of the night was Miz turning on Logan Paul, which will bring up some more storyline, because I think that, like I said yesterday, I think Logan Paul is going to be around for a while. This is just not
he's-
a one and done thing with him.
I saw how he was working yesterday. I mean, it's been no exaggeration. He's been training hard. I mean, Logan Paul actually looked pretty damn good. And as far as Dominic goes, I am a fan of Dominic. I hope he has a great future in wrestling. And I know he does, but he's obviously got things to work on. It's nothing bad, but I think wrestlers always have a thing or two to improve on. But going to Logan Paul, man, he did look great.
I give him a lot of credit. They did work. They did work, and I just don't think that Logan Paul is a one and done guy.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he'll last a lot longer than what Bad Bunny did. And to be honest, we also talked about the comparisons of him not coming close to what Bad Bunny did last year. I now totally fucking have seen that he did a ton better than what Bad Bunny did last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was a lot better than Bad Bunny. Which, thank God, I hope we don't see Bad Bunny for a long time.
Major props to Logan Paul. Major props. But yeah, I tell you, when the Miz turned on him and that look, that head turn that Miz did, I'm like, uh-oh, and then boom, skull crushing finale.
I was actually pretty much a fan of that whole thing happening. I'm not gonna lie, I'll tell you.
I just didn't expect Logan Paul. I mean, is Logan Paul officially a face now, or is this?
You know what? He might actually be a face at this point.
Or is this a ruse that they're both playing? I mean, this is a ruse that they're just trying to trick everybody.
I really think, again, I think this just sets up storylines for him to be there.
Because Logan Paul's reaction to that was like, I don't know.
All right, so
we'll see. We'll see.
Darnell jumped out for a minute, so I guess I'll have to kind of rewind it a little bit. We had that New Day versus Sheamus and Holland match. I believe that was the second match of the show. Snooze fest for me personally. The match really, really didn't interest me at all. Really did not interest me at all. So I legit did take a nap between the Usos tag team title match because Boogs got hurt. I dozed through this New Day match.
Well, that match didn't happen last night. It's actually happening tonight.
Oh, they moved it to tonight now?
Yeah, the New Day. Yeah, they didn't wrestle last night.
They wrestled tonight. So now we got to talk about that in the other. Jesus Christ! Now we're up to 8 matches for fucking Sunday. Believe it or not. What's up, Sienna Gonzalez? How you doing? Senna Gonzalez. I may have butchered your name. I apologize. So I guess we have to kind of flip that over. And then I think it was kind of the big 3 options for the night.
I got to answer John's question. John, Undertaker's Hall of Fame ceremony could not have gone any better than I would have asked for. I mean, there was no better way for it to happen. It happened the way it was supposed to be done.
All right, so then we can get into Seth Rollins versus the mystery opponent.
And I gotta I gotta praise John because John's been so extremely supportive of my game streaming lately. John, I can't thank you enough and for always being there for me, man. And if whatever I can do to help you, man, just let me know.
They did tease at the beginning of this, by the way. They really did tease. No, he actually did blow his knee out, John. He did blow his knee out because he was previously injured before that match. So that's how that all kind of happened. They did tease the Dark Arena, which I thought was kind of cool, which had led to my last minute pick of what was going to be Rollins' opponent yesterday. And then the red and blue lights kind of gave it off that it was indeed the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who was going to appear at WrestleMania 38 last night. And top it all off, I didn't notice it, but 10 minutes before Cody came out, all of his merchandise was on WWEshop.com.
I need to buy the shirt. That shirt is amazing.
Hold on. The 4th member of the group is here.
Dray!
Dr. Dray Day.
Oh, he got on the Bloodline shirt. I know where this is going now.
So,
Dray did not have to convince me to acknowledge the tribal chief, the head of the table.
So basically, it was Cody Rhodes last night.
Night is the night.
Dre,
Cody Rhodes.
Did you get a pop with Cody coming out?
Oh, absolutely, I did.
Oh.
Absolutely, I did.
We all did. I certainly did.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was nervous. I was nervous at first when the lights went out.
Me too, guys. When
I
the
thought
lights
of
went
Ricky.
out.
I thought of Ricky when the lights went out. I was like, oh no, don't tell me this is Taker.
Well, no, Dray. People were holding their cell phones, so I thought it was gonna be Bray Wyatt. People had their cell phones ready as if the Bray Wyatt entrance,
Right.
like the buzzards. I'm like, oh boy. But then we heard that quote, wrestling is my life or whatever it was, and then I recognized. I was like, oh, there we go.
I'm gonna ask Ricky this when it comes to Cody Rhodes. They didn't change nothing. They let him be what he was in AEW. Was you surprised by that?
No, I wasn't actually, because there was news that he had filed for the copyright for the logo, first off, second off for the music, and surprisingly enough, they did announce him as Cody Rhodes. They didn't do like they did in AEW where they just announced him as Cody. So, because he was back at WWE, him actually having Cody Rhodes as his ring name was actually, again, more apropos because WWE had the issue when AEW had first started that he wasn't going to use the last name. So, with all of that news coming in, that he was keeping his theme music and everything else, and I was really enthused when that happens. Because I like that entrance, by the way. I love that entrance music.
I love it.
I actually love the
dope.
graphic.
It was dope.
So, but I will say this, though, about the match. Obviously, we all knew when Cody had signed this was where they were going to go. This was probably...
Match of the night.
It was match of the night.
No doubt.
But I will say this, though. Whatever stuff they had put together did not go through as planned. Cody left that match with a huge knot on his forehead. Like he got the shit fucking kicked out of him by Seth Rollins last night. Like he took a fucking beating.
Either him or Bianca Belair, because she took one to the face too.
She got kicked in the face big time.
Oh yeah.
But But let me tell you, that match with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes was a hard-hitting match, and like I for the time that the match was on, I was actually satisfied with it. If it was going to be a quick fucking 5-7 minute match, I would say no. But them getting
that's what I was worried about.
The 20-minute fucking spotlight between the two of them was absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime first meeting that I absolutely enjoyed.
I would say this. I think they got me a little bit because I was like, Cody Rhodes won't hit the crossroads. Seth Rollins didn't hit his finisher yet. I don't know where this is going now.
Overall, I think this was the highlight of the night.
It was.
It was the highlight of the night. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it because the show, in my opinion, was kind of lagging till that point. It really was lagging. I mean,
it definitely was. It was.
Because the way they did it,
you just really didn't have any pop before it.
When you really did it, your only main pop before then was Bianca Belair and Becky.
And that's it. You had pretty much stinkers.
And I know, I would say this too. I would say the Mysterio's entrance. They entrance, that was it. Because they actually Rey Mysterio do his old entrance.
Yeah, but I still disagree with Dominic wearing the red, white, and blue instead of wearing the Mexican colors. But that's
he's not.
No, I think
he's from USA. He was born in the United States. That's why.
Paying homage to Eddie. I think he's paying homage to Eddie.
Yeah, he was, and that's what I admire about Dominic. And like I said, Dominic, is still he's been around for a little while, but I know Dominic's is gonna improve. I mean, I'm excited about Dominic.
That match was sloppy.
It was, but
no, that's not the point I want to get to. The Miz turning on Logan Paul.
Again, that's setting up storylines. I think that's gonna rear its ugly head at SummerSlam.
But I got something to say about Cody. Guys, I don't even know why I didn't even think about it when we spoke about it, but when Cody performed the Bionic Elbow, the finishing move of his late father, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, the match went from an instant thriller to just an instant thriller classic. The Bionic Elbow, it had to be part of the match. The finish of that match, guys, there was no way I could have ever anticipated such a brilliant finish. I could not swear in open court and say I predicted this would happen, because if I did, I'd be committing perjury. I'd be lying, guys. That finish, I never expected like that, but I loved it. They did it the perfect way.
All right. So we move.
Here we go. I'm gonna set you up, Rick, because I know you want to talk about this. I know you do.
Go for it.
But we're gonna go to Dray first. SmackDown Women's Championship: Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey. Not the best match. It was an okay match.
I did not like the ending. The ending, I was like, that was pathetic.
The ending you can question, but Charlotte beat Ronda. And yet again, Ricky called it. So Ricky, give yourself a round of applause. You did call Charlotte winning.
This is my outlook on the match. Even sloppier than the Mysterio's Miz Logan Paul match, which you kind of expected maybe, just maybe, this would be a lot better. This was the actual noise coming out of my ears when this match was going on.
You can't get it to play, can you?
Oh, it was playing. Not for anything.
Ricky saw some things that he wasn't supposed to see.
I saw tit. I saw nipple. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wow, Charlotte's got a big areola. Yeah, that's the best part of this match ever. And the reason why they had the shit finish, they were running late. They absolutely ran late.
You know why they ran late?
Yes.
Because somebody was trying to raise hell. But they don't got the cachet to do that.
They legit messed up that match completely. There was absolutely, like, I'd say, what was it, like a 15, 17-minute match? There was probably like 17 or 18 botches throughout the match. Total missed, like cross bodies and transitions. And I'm sitting there, I'm saying to my dad, wow, as talented as these two women are, they are royally fucking it up nationwide, on pay-per-view, on Peacock, on every fucking streaming device, and for the people in attendance in Dallas. It was the most horrible worked match I have ever seen between two such professionals.
Go ahead, Dre. Get in there.
Well, hold on. I got to ask you guys this first. Based on how the match went, do you think Vince was pissed?
Obviously.
Oh no. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna get back to that, but I want Dre to get in here because I'm gonna tie the last two matches together.
Oh no, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was pissed, but and then you got Ric Flair and then you got Ric Flair all shriveled up ass posting something on IG talking about match of the night. No, it was not no match no night. It wasn't even the best women's match on the card because Bianca and Becky ran circles around their match. So what the hell is he talking about? But I will agree with Ricky though. The highlights was, you know, the wardrobe malfunctions and whatnot. That was the best thing for me. But I mean, listen, going into this, I said Ronda was gonna win, but as soon as that ref got speared, I said, okay, Charlotte is gonna get the dub. And now I'm okay with it because I wanted her to win anyway because I didn't want Ronda to win. I wanted Charlotte to win. So
I was
even though my prediction was wrong, the person that I wanted to win won, and I'm okay with that.
I would say this though. I think Charlotte's getting better at the spear now.
Which was also botched too.
Yeah.
Because fucking Ronda didn't take it right. But this is if you were gonna start pulling out all of these maneuvers, do them fucking correctly. Be on the same page, both parties. Don't make it look like a fucking train went off the tracks into the fucking ocean. That was a fucking horrible spear.
No,
I've seen Hornswoggle throwing better spears than that.
Yeah, you're right. But I gotta ask you guys. So Dre, you said that Ric Flair said that was the best match of the night.
I think I saw something he posted on IG about that.
I think Ric Flair was having a reminiscing moment because back in the 80s when he wrestled Kerry Von Erich, and he lost the NWA title to Kerry Von Erich at Texas Stadium. So part of me would say maybe Ric Flair was just having a little bit of a nostalgia from that match where he wrestled Kerry Von Erich but lost the title. And I've seen that match, guys. It was a hell of a match. But the match between Charlotte and Ronda, look, yeah, all the botches. Yeah, so I would ask you, how pissed off was Vince McMahon? I mean, I'd imagine he'd be extremely pissed off.
Let's see, because the main event was the KO show. That turned into a no-holds-barred match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and...
That, gentlemen, is how you settle things in Texas when it comes to fighting. You fight no holds barred. That's what we believe in Texas.
I still got more to say here, sir.
I had to get it off, guys. I'm the Texan here.
I still got more to say. The reason why the Women's SmackDown Championship match went the way it did, because they were supposed to be in the main event until they brought in Austin. Ronda was trying to raise hell. I do believe Charlotte was trying to raise hell too, but they ain't saying nothing about that. But trust me, I do believe both women were trying to raise hell because that was supposed to have been the main event of night one.
You're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Like I said, they were going to close it out with fucking Austin because they needed a big pop to finish. And in my opinion, I'm going to be honest with you, the conversational part of the show was okay. The no-holds-barred part of the show, not okay. Not okay. You saw it in Austin's face. He did not want to fucking lift a finger last night. He did not want to get into that predicament, and somehow he got fucking chucked into it. He is not a happy person. He is not going to want to do shit for WWE for a long time.
Unless he's one hell of an actor and put on the face like he didn't want to.
Because you saw it in his face like he did. He was like, you're fucking serious? Now we're going to do this shit? That's exactly the face he had. He's like, oh, I lied to you. We're going to have a no-holds-barred match. And Austin's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, this is not... He bitched about that shit. He did not want to actually fucking wrestle. I don't care what shape that man's in. He did not want to do it. He does not want to be crippled for the rest of his fucking life.
So what you're saying is it was not planned. The match was originally not planned. It was actually a last-second thing.
It was planned. It was planned. They had to convince the hell out of him to do it.
He did not want to do it.
He knew when he come out there, it was going to be a match.
He outright said it. He goes, I'm going to throw like 2 or 3 stunners, and that's going to be the end of it. Like, that's the way it was supposed to be. He was dead set against having to wrestle a match. Dead set against it.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that.
Saying it. As soon as he had been called out, he was like, I do not want to wrestle. I do not want to do it. My body is fucked up. He's finally in the right frame of mind, physically, that he can actually move around like a normal fucking human being.
That's why KO said what he said.
He did not want to do that.
That was the reason why Austin didn't want to do it.
And you know what?
Oh, wow.
And a lot of this shit, a lot of the fucking bumps he took last night.
No holds bar. I think that was made him agree to it. They were gonna do a no holds bar.
But you know what though? He fucking no-sold a lot of the fucking bumps.
Yeah, he did.
He no-sold a lot of the bumps. Like he was sitting there, he got fucking back body dropped in the crowd, and he was sitting there with a fucking smile on his face. I'm not even fucking shitting you. He's like, "Are you serious? You just backdropped me on the concrete?" I'm like, "I'm just gonna laugh this
Dray,
off."
How many beers did he had during the match?
Shit, I lost count.
He had almost a case by the time the fucking show went off the air.
I think he had more than a case. I think he had two.
But he didn't even drink half the fucking can. He didn't even drink any of the. He drank like a fucking sip. The rest of it went down the side of his mouth, down his shirt.
What a waste of beer.
You know the best part about the whole thing was?
I mean, it's his, so he could do it.
Yeah,
you know what the best part about it was? Byron Saxton took a stunner.
Oh, that shit was funny to me.
But gentlemen, I gotta ask. So if he had to be heavily convinced and he was pushed to do it, I gotta ask. So I'd be curious. I mean, Vince McMahon must have had to add more zeros to the paycheck.
I think there's a lot more going on that a lot of people don't know, and again, just knowing the fact that he did not want to have to do what he did last night. And then he ended up doing it. I mean, yeah, it got a pop, but he was just not a happy human being afterwards. He really was not a happy human being.
And no matter how fat the paycheck is, it's probably not going to help much. But what was extremely disappointing is that if it turned into a match, we didn't see Booker T. We didn't see the Texas wrestling legends
because they ended up making the no holds barred match. If it would have gone the other way, where it was just the whole interview thing, you probably would have seen that.
I thought it was going to happen as soon as Kevin got on the ATV and then they both went up the ramp. I thought that's where I thought the legend would come out. They didn't come out, so that's why I was disappointed.
When he got on the ATV and was trying to ride off, that's what I was thinking. All right, I'm going to hear somebody's music, so where he can't go nowhere.
But it didn't happen, so that's extremely disappointing. But going back to the no holds barred, guys, look, in Texas, that's how we do. That's how we fight. We don't fight with rules. We fight with no holds barred, no mercy. That's how it is in Texas.
All right.
Especially when he trash talk our state and our culture and our pride.
we got a nice full chat here going on.
Don't mess with Texas, Kevin.
John's in the chat. Eddie's in the chat. Mark is on Playmaker's chat.
Yeah, we got a nice little group going on.
We got a great wrestling community, guys, and that's what it's all about. But
all right, Ricky, that's night one. We still got another night to go through.
Did we really have fucking New Day and Sheamus moved?
No, we didn't have New Day on night one. That match was not non-existent.
Yeah, I'm not really fucking happy with that now.
Real talk, I actually thought I missed that match.
Yeah,
I'm going back. Like, when it ended, I'm like, wait a minute. New Day and them didn't fight. I'm like, did I miss something? Like, was that match a squash or something? Because I didn't even see that shit.
Well, I originally, we talked about it yesterday, so I guess maybe we'll talk about it again today. I don't know. What's up, Eddie?
Let's go ahead and get into the night two card.
All right, let's get the promo out, and then we can go into night two, so we can kind of break it up a little bit. It's easier for editing.
Easy peasy.
Pain Train Pipebomb Productions presents The Attitude Collection, featuring Pipebomb Attitude. Pain Train Pipebomb fueled by the haters. Arch Rivals Football fueled by haters. Pipebomb Radio NYC fueled by haters. Pipebomb Radio NYC Season 3 logo. The Pipebomb NWO Collection. The Pain Train Pipebomb Checklist. Pain Train Pipebomb Prove Them Wrong. The Radio Tag Team versus Everybody shirt. Don't forget, check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for all of your Pipebomb Radio NYC, Motley Metal, Arch Rivals Football, and Pain Train Pipebomb merchandise. And we're back. We're going to start off night 2, which I'm hoping and praying will not be a long, drawn-out, boring-ass fucking night, like it was last night, for the beginning. I'm not going to lie. I was bored in the beginning. I actually did nap. And if it's boring again tonight, Rick will take another nap again.
Okay, and before I gotta tell you, Dray, like I feared yesterday, the first 2 matches were boring as hell. But if I was gonna come back here and give my honest thoughts about him, I had to fight it and watch them. As difficult as it was, it really wasn't that bad to get through because if I'm gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, I gotta see everything, right? I gotta drink it in, as Chris Jericho would say.
I got a question.
What?
Is Pat McAfee open up the show?
I hope not.
Because he do have to call the main event.
So.
They do got to give him time to get back to call the main event.
I don't think he's going to... You probably won't see him for the most of the show.
The ladies better open the show.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about right now is the...
I think the ladies deserve to... Because obviously we know they're not going to main event. We know that already. But if they really want to keep up some aspect of what happened last night, how it ended with Austin, to bring in night 2, you got to have the ladies open up. Because you damn sure not having Edge and AJ open up.
Well,
They're going to be in the middle.
I have an argument where we could actually throw that because I think if the women open, you have pretty much one and done all of your female competitors right off the bat. And this is the reason why I had the argument with having both women's titles matches on night 1. I think that was kind of a horror show. So we technically have them opening the show, but honestly, I think there should be other matches that should be there to try to open it up. But we are going to go in what we think is chronological order. We're never actually correct on our order. So just bear with us.
Never correct.
Bear?
On the order.
Yes,
Bear with you? Okay.
Yes, Bear Fangs.
Never correct on the order.
All right. We have up the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team Championship match. Obviously, this is all Raw competitors, not one fucking female tag team from SmackDown. What a shock.
You wrong.
No, Sasha and Naomi.
Boss Glow. What's wrong with you?
I don't see them as fucking SmackDown people.
Yeah,
Really
Sasha.
Hey,
Yeah,
SmackDown.
the blueprint.
Yeah. The blueprint that'll end up on Raw like the fucking tomorrow night.
And since you forgot them, that's who I'm picking to win. I'm going Boss Glow to win them damn titles.
That's what I'm going with. If it's not them, then if it's not them, then it's Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
Bingo. And listen, I love. Darnell knows how much I love Sasha and Naomi, but not for nothing. With the year that Liv has had,
Dray.
I would not be mad if she walks out of Mania with them women's tag titles. I wouldn't be mad.
I
Let's
wouldn't.
just be honest. These
I would
four
not
women
be.
that
I would not be mad at all.
Liv for Nightmare and Blasco. Me and Dre love all four of them. Okay.
But
So
guys,
we don't care which one wins. Let's let one of them win, damn it.
guys, when it comes to Liv Morgan, in my case, I want her to have a main event run, and I hope that happens within the next. I hope it does happen. Liv Morgan eventually is going to earn a main event run. I hope. But yeah, I'm going Sasha Banks and Naomi to win it. But if it's not them, it needs to be Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
All right, this is my early prediction. Early prediction. If Liv and Rhea does not win the tag titles tonight, Liv is going to win Money in the Bank. I'm saying it now.
All right, you know what? And I'm taking up on that.
I'm saying it now. If they don't win the tag titles tonight, she's getting the women's Money in the Bank. I'm calling it now.
And you know what? And if that happens, I'm getting on Twitter and I'm going to tell the whole world that Dr. Dre Day, he called it. Not me. Dre did it. Because I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I'm going to give you the shout out, Dre.
Appreciate that.
Just being a man of my word, guys. You know me.
Oh.
All right, go ahead, Ricky.
I really hate being me.
He's like, yo, Ricky's got to shut the hell up so I can talk.
I really hate me being me, but I actually really do see a dark horse in this.
The Queens.
No. I really see the
Natalya
dark horse
and
in fucking Natalya and Shayna.
That's what I said. The Queen.
Whom
Yeah,
were
the Queen of Spades and
legit
the Queen of
thrown,
Hearts.
thrown together.
You talking about-
Legit thrown together like nobody's fucking business. And you know what? I mean, you kind of dropped the ball last night with freaking
Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades.
You know, I kind of like that. They're the perfect poker deck.
I love Natalya, so I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that either because I love Natalya. Like,
me too. I consider her a hero.
She's a heart. She's a heart. What's not to love?
But I kind of like this rundown too, though. As much as I'd love to see Sasha and Naomi win, that's a future storyline right there. Okay? Sasha turns on everybody that she tags with. So longevity on that, I wouldn't think so. But you know what? The heel women's tag team is kind of like the ongoing thing right now. So why would you not throw Natalya and Shayna in the mix? We've already seen what they've done with Rhea holding a title.
I mean,
that's not that she's not championship material. Liv,
not yet
either.
Yeah.
Like I don't see that. But I would not mind Natalya and Shayna winning. I see that as an extreme dark horse. The odds on this match, by the way, is Naomi and Sasha at -200, which means they are the favorites. Liv and Rhea at +185. Zelina and Carmella, who are going to turn on each other during this match because Carmella's going to be sitting in Corey's lap. And Shayna and Natalya at plus 750, 15-2 odds. I wouldn't mind Natalya and Shayna winning. That's a big payday.
If the match is done good, like a classic thriller fail 4-way tag team match, the way the matches like that are supposed to go, fine. But as far as Natalya goes, I consider her a hero. The fact that Natalya still hasn't been in a main event match at WrestleMania women's match, it upsets me. The fact that she hasn't even gone to WrestleMania as the women's champion, it upsets me.
But just remember, though, they won last year at WrestleMania, her and Tamina, for the tag team titles.
Right.
Why would you not let that go as an ongoing theme?
Because I want her to be the women's champion.
Give her the moment. How many more years does she have left?
I'd say she has several more years. She's a heart. She's tough as
I
hell.
mean, storyline-wise, they're going to have probably Sasha and Naomi win, but I would love to see Natalya and Shayna win. I really, really would.
Yeah. But more than anything, I want Natalya to work a WrestleMania match as either as the women's champion or competing for the women's championship. That's what I want.
And Queen Zelina is going to crown somebody with her crown tonight.
Carmella.
I would not. I'm not even joking. That tag team is done.
Oh yeah,
they're done.
Carmella is getting her a whoop, and then she's gonna go get married.
No, she's gonna make another porn, then get married. That's what they've been doing. Her and Corey have been making porns. No joke.
Apparently, that's all. Apparently, from what they were saying about their YouTube, so that's all they really talking about. Really.
Believe me, I don't want to see fucking Corey Graves naked. Anyway, next up we have listed. We have Lashley versus Omos, and this I have a very, very huge problem with. But I'll let you guys analyze it first.
May I, gentlemen, please?
Go ahead.
The way people would see it, if the way for Omos to get over is to squash Bobby Lashley. That's probably that. I guess that it is true. At the same time, if Lashley loses by getting squashed, that ruins him. So I feel like this match is gonna have bad consequences either way.
So you want Omos to squash Bobby Lashley?
No, I don't. I want this match to be good. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are saying the way for Omos to get over is for him to squash Bobby Lashley. But if that happens, that makes Bobby Lashley look bad. So there's going to be backlash on either side. The match needs to be a dominant physical form. Like, Bobby Lashley, as tough as he is, needs to give Omos a challenge. But, the match needs, like, another way, the match just needs to go correctly. I don't know exactly the best way how the match should go. But if Lashley is squashed, that's just not good.
Let's just be honest, okay? We don't see Bobby Lashley winning this match, correct?
I don't see him winning the match. I'm just saying, if he loses the match, it's not going to be as bad. But if he gets squashed, that's what makes the situation bad, guys.
You're gonna have almost on this run, destroying everybody's in front of him, then get to Bobby Lashley and lose.
I'm not saying I want him to lose. I just don't want him to win. Just like
I'm talking about how WWE has presented Omos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run an outcome by Dray. Let me. I want to hear what Dray has to say about this. Okay, Dray, I'll put you on a spot right now. Would you be angry if there was not a decision to this contest?
Would I be mad?
Are we talking the count out?
A double count out, or somehow a fucking double disqualification?
A double disqualification, I can see.
Because it's going to get to the point where you have, if it's a double disqualification, both of them get both of them get the L, and it kind of evens it out.
I'm saying
even a double count out.
How happen though?
Okay, so
it's easy. They're brawling. They're not listening to the referee. They're just fighting and not breaking it up.
Here's a common denominator.
That's a double count out.
Yeah, but here's the fucking caveat to all this.
The evil kitty's in the room.
You got two guys that you can use to fucking make this thing a perfect fucking thing. The Hurt Business. They both fucking have issues with Omos and fucking Lashley. You have them do a fucking run-in and beat the shit out of both of them.
Okay. You know what? That would actually, I think that would be the best
Beating the brace off of Omos hasn't been done, so I don't see.
Yes, but if you have it come down to it, where you don't want to kill both of these guys, right? Lashley's coming back from injury earlier than expected because he was supposed to miss WrestleMania. Somehow, miraculously, now his shoulder injury is so much better. Okay, so you have him. You have Hurt Business go after Lashley because there's still bad blood from them splitting up, and Almost has had them in a fucking 2-on-1 handicap match, and he decimated both of them. So why, if you can't put one over to be level, you try to make it something that it's not going to kill either one of them on their runs right now.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. And Ricky, you presented it the best way. So does it go like this? So it ends up like that, and then Omos clears the ring, and then you see Bobby Lashley and Omos, shake hands, and Omos turns
No, I see them trying to beat the shit out of each other afterwards, but again, like, there is no proper way to put anybody over on this. There's no proper way. Because if you squash Omos, there goes his run. Then if you have a returning Bobby Lashley, who's a mid to main Carter on the list, then you just tore him down. Like, how much sense does this make?
See, that's what I was saying. There would be consequences and heavy retribution and backlash either way if a bad decision is made. This is the match, guys. This is the match that we don't really want to deal with because in our case, it's hard to come up with a logical outcome.
I'd rather like to see a double count out or a fucking double DQ.
I would say
I gotta get it John real
I
quick.
think at this point, a double count out or double disqualification, a draw, time or no contest. However, that's the way to do it.
Go ahead, rip him right now. Go ahead,
John. Hey man. I live in the city that AEW was born in, okay? Do not sit here and try to do this AEW versus WWE thing.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy both damn companies, all right?
Yeah, but you really shouldn't have the AEW thing up while we're doing WWE.
Hey, that's not coming down. I don't give a damn. That's not coming down.
You should have put a WWE banner right over the top of it.
Cody Rhodes' signature is on that thing.
What do the Clippers do when they have games at Crypto? They cover the Lakers stuff, right?
Yeah, they do. They do the same thing in MetLife with the Jets and the Giants.
I don't give a damn.
Speaking of the Lakers, Dray, I'm pretty sure you're really disappointed.
I can care less about the Lakers.
Enzo, don't be surprised if there's two titles that we didn't see so far yet, and that's the US title and the fucking
IC title is defended. The IC title is defended on SmackDown. That's why you ain't gonna see that.
Yeah, so the US title is going to be in the fucking pre-show tonight.
You don't have the IC title on Mania. I don't get
because they're not subsequent titles anymore. They're fucking stepping stones.
The way that they treat that title now it's a shame.
Damn right. That the Intercontinental, the way the belt is designed, it's atrocious. I hate that belt. The white Intercontinental title that Cody introduced back in 2011. That's the Intercontinental title that I love. That's the Intercontinental title that's prestigious.
Yeah, it just looks like a fucking
belt that they have now. What the hell? Even if I had the money, I wouldn't even want a replica of that belt. It is ugly.
All right. Let's get back on track. Dre, Omos and Lashley, are you going with Ricky? No contest.
Yes.
No contest.
No contest.
Guys, no contest is probably the only way to save those two because. This is one of those matches that kind of scares us because the wrong decision ruins one of them, or then eventually ruins both, and there we go.
I hate to say it, it's a crap moment to have, but it's the only way logistically you should be able to do it.
Yeah,
Lashley gonna get a pop though. I know that he gonna get one though.
All right, we get to move to from a somewhat pop to
he's a face now. One more thing, he's a face now, right?
I don't think Lashley's still gonna be a heel. I
think he's a tweener. He's like between a face and a heel.
I think he's in between.
I think the Lashley promo that they threw up, he wasn't a face. I think he's still kind of heel.
All right, but we'll see. But anyway, we can move on now.
All right, moving from one shit show to another. Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville. I think I have the.
I have an over/under question for the people. Dre, I'm coming to you first. You ready for this over/under?
Go ahead.
Over/under objects Johnny Knoxville getting hit with. I'm putting it at 4.
Wait. Can we
at 4.
Can we play the sound tone first?
Go ahead.
There we go. Yes, I have the jackass tone. Sorry.
You want a prediction of that match? I predict you the Jackass crew gets involved.
Everybody except for Bam Margera.
Yep.
Which would be
That's how I know this is. That's exactly how this is going to play out. Some Jackass members is going to join this match. Since it's anything goes.
And then Sami Zayn gets overwhelmed, and then another bad, and then Sami Zayn just buried even deeper, right?
If there's not a fucking cow taser in this match, I'm not watching it.
Well, it's Texas.
Really?
Gotta have one now, right?
I'm not watching it.
All right, we got a taser. Hold on, that's one. We got a taser. What's next?
A wooden bucket.
A bucket.
I mean, it's Texas, guys. A pitchfork.
Listen, you got to think of Jackass in itself. If Sami Zayn doesn't get kicked in the nuts 3 times, it's not a Jackass moment.
Okay, then forget the bucket and the pitchfork. Let's see. I mean, something from Jackass.
A kendo stick? Would a kendo stick work for you?
You got kendo sticks. You're gonna have chairs. You're gonna have fucking tables. You're gonna have some weird shenanigans with like a hockey stick. Just like, let's go back to the old ECW days where they come down the fucking ramp with a goddamn fucking garbage can full of shit. You know, you can't expect that.
New Jack.
It would be perfect if fucking Mick Foley somehow showed up.
But whose side would he be on?
Not Sami Zayn's, I can tell you that much.
Unless Mick Foley turns heel, but we don't think that's gonna happen.
Listen, I thought the Logan Paul thing for a star was great. The Johnny Knoxville thing, not so great. This is not. It's WrestleMania. It's not fucking comedy night at the Apollo. Okay, they're 2 totally different things.
That's why I'm picking Sammy. They gave you a Logan Paul victory. I think you're gonna get a Sammy victory.
No, you're gonna get a fucking BS Johnny Knoxville. Let's put this pussy over fucking victory. That's exactly what you're gonna get. Because all WWE has done since Sami Zayn has got there is fucking thrown him in the shitter. They've taken a fucking great fucking performer and made him a fucking jackass.
I agree with you on that.
Fucking Sami Zayn should not be in this fucking position whatsoever. He's going to be
I'm long whooping on Sammy.
He is the biggest dickhead in this entire fucking card right now. That's the way I look at it. It's pathetic.
It is a shame how they ruined Sami Zayn. A damn shame. That heel turn back in 2017 never should have happened. Never.
And then he just signed an extension?
Yes, he
did. I'm not so surprised he signed an extension. I thought he wouldn't want to be there.
Yeah, I thought he'd be gone.
But they turned him into the biggest fucking jackass in this whole fucking show.
And still has the Fidel Castro.
I mean,
hat.
it's ironic because it's Johnny Knoxville from Jackass.
Yeah,
so it's just fucking add Sami Zayn in to the Jackass fucking crew. This is why I know night 2 is not going to be as good as night 1.
Shame on them for ruining Sami Zayn. Shame on them. Shame on them.
What's next, man? What's next? I'm long with.
I don't even want to predict this match because
hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. Wait a minute. Ricky, when have I ever picked Sammy in the goddamn match?
Last year.
I didn't even pick him last year.
No, you didn't pick him at WrestleMania last year, but you did pick him for one of the pay-per-views, and he lost. Maybe bad karma.
What the hell? I'm picking Sami Zayn. That's ridiculous. What's the next match?
Okay, I am actually probably looking forward to this match, pretty much.
Is this my dream match?
Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Now, I'm singing on this one. Okay? I'm singing on this one because Austin Theory is going to get an ass beating. He's going to get an ass beating. And the reason why I say he's getting an ass beating, I am picking Pat McAfee because
so am I.
His work that he did with Adam Cole in NXT was amazing. Woo! Now, I'm not saying that, Austin Theory is fucking Adam Cole. Adam Cole obviously is the consummate fucking professional. Like, he can fucking help put over anybody. But McAfee wrestling in NXT, I think it was like the 2 or 3 matches that he had, he's ready. Like, he's been doing this shit.
Off the chain.
McAfee can go over on this. Really big.
Y'all don't understand. Ricky was skeptical at first when that match came up. I was looking forward to it. And for y'all who didn't watch NXT back then, y'all is in for a treat with what Pat McAfee is going to do tonight.
Does he wear coat colors?
I think he might wear the same. I think he's gonna go somewhere in the same range that he did at NXT Takeover.
I mean, we might be in for a surprise, but we'll see.
Because again, this is Mania. They bring out they bring out their Sunday's best for Mania.
Well, his outfit's got to definitely be better than fucking Logan Paul's and the Miz's from yesterday.
You said Pikachu, right?
Yes,
and
Pikachu.
They
both were Pikachu.
And that's the damn card he had around his neck. That's the exact
yesterday.
card he had around his neck. Was a Pikachu card.
Yeah, that Pokemon shit he had on yesterday.
I really seriously think McAfee's going to do big on this one. They got to give him
Bear Man.
All the shit that he put him through.
Are you on a lone wolf on Austin Theory, or you want to join us with Pat McAfee?
No, I'm joining you guys with Pat McAfee. And Mr. John Isak bring up a good point. Losing to a punter.
Anyone like to see fucking Johnny Hecker in the WWE? That should be pretty interesting. Get another punter in there.
McAfee should kick Theory in his nuts.
I hope he does. I really hope he does.
Dude, what if Pat McAfee performs the Shattered Dreams? How fitting would that be?
I'm with it. He used to be a punter. I'm with it.
Yeah, so then plus you have to say, well, it's 4th and long. Here we go.
But I think a lot of people are going to underestimate this. I think you're going to see Theory kind of dominate for a little bit, but McAfee pulls it out. I really do. Like, it's just apropos. McMahon was on his show to offer him the moment. He's been giving him a lot of props. McMahon's one of the ones that really was kind of instrumental in having McAfee on SmackDown because Michael Cole just can't fucking cut the mustard anymore, I guess. But, I think it's kind of big that you have McAfee in this spot. I'm not going to say it's going to be match of the night, though, because I don't think it's going to be anything close.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, sir.
I think we would all make fine pro wrestling announcers. All of us would.
Yep.
All right, sir.
The new Jerry Lawler.
We got 3. If I remember correctly, we have 3 matches left, and these 3 matches are some of the matches I am looking forward to the most when it comes to night 2.
Rightfully so. The match that we're going to talk about now really should open night 2.
I know where you're going.
And that would be the triple threat Raw Tag Team title match.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Academy, Street Profits, and RK Bro. Have to get that in there. I really think that this really should open the night. Because if you got Riddle and Orton freaking coming out, that's a huge pop to start the show.
Absolutely.
I hate to do this. I really do. And Dray, you don't be surprised if I do this. I'm taking the Street Profits.
I am too. And you know why?
I'm taking the Street Profits.
Can I explain a theory? And I'm sure I did this on Wrestling with a Bear.
Not mad at that.
I'm picking the Street Profits, and this is going to start a storyline between Riddle and Orton. Things are going to go bad. There's going to be a heel turn, but guess what? It's not going to be Orton turning heel.
Yep.
Oh no! It's going to be Matt
Riddle. Yeah, it's going to be Riddle.
And I said that on Wrestling with a Bear. Did I not, Ricky?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
it's going to be Riddle.
And I got praised for it. Chris Rex and Mr. Pun Rodriguez praised me for it because that's the way we would see it. It would make sense for Orton to turn heel. This time it would make more sense and it'd be more interesting to have Riddle turn heel. See the heel part of Riddle.
Orton has taught Riddle everything he knows, basically.
And Riddle's gonna go.
So
now I'm the master. Now I'm the master.
Not for nothing. Orton has kind of got a little soft. So maybe with them losing this match later on down the line, Riddle can turn on Orton, and that can lead to a match at SummerSlam. But I do see a turn coming within that team, And Alex, I'm with you. It's not going to be Orton that turns. It's going to be Riddle that turns. But I think Street Profits should definitely win tonight. Yeah. And is the heel turn confirmed?
I think the heel turn starts when they have the rematch. That's where so we're going to see a bit of I'm predicting a bit of miscommunication tonight. They lose the titles. And then when they get the rematch, which I would imagine it's got to be on Monday, then it goes further. And then,
I'm talking about Street Profit. Is their heel turn confirmed?
I don't know.
I'd imagine.
I don't know.
Probably. It would make sense if they turn heel. Pop. Especially,
the Street Profits still get a pop. It's hard because you still got Riddle and Orton, who will be the favorites in this match.
If they use cheating tactics to get him over as heels, then yeah, it would make sense for them to turn heel. They take advantage of the miscommunication. They execute a low blow on Orton, then they pin him and win the titles, and then the rematch, more communication, they lose, and then Orton and Riddle have one more rematch, they lose again, and then that's when Riddle turns heel.
Let the Prez go, because he's percolating over there.
Look at that face. He's like, just go ahead, Mr. President.
He's been percolating the whole time.
First off, I don't want to count out Alpha Academy, because they're a bunch of little conniving little bitches anyway.
I'm counting them out, but they have a good showing.
I see this kind of happening. I see the heel turn, but I don't see it tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
I don't see it tonight.
Oh, you talk about the Street Profits.
This is what I see, okay? RK Bro comes out of this because obviously right now between the three teams, Street Profits haven't gotten any notoriety as of late. Alpha Academy, former tag team champions. You have RK Bro come out of this, but the heel turn isn't tonight. It's tomorrow night. On Monday Night Raw. You have it come out so you can get, because again, Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, you never know what's going to happen. You never know.
Don't.
Hold on. You don't. So you're saying they keep the titles,
but lose them tomorrow night on Raw to the Street Profits.
To the Street Profits.
And have them split up tomorrow night.
That would be cool.
Instead of tonight.
That's a good one too, but I'm gonna stick with
all right, Dray.
They lose tonight, they get the rematch tomorrow, they don't get it done, and then Matt Riddle turns heel.
What's up, Thomas? How's
it going, Dray?
Man?
Where you at, Dray?
Dre's thinking like me, I guess.
Oh no. I'm going with Street Profit.
Wow, Ricky's lone wolfing on Randy Orton, which is something I would never thought would happen.
It does. Can't help
Ricky himself is known for being a lone wolf.
Ricky
is a fearless, tough dude.
All right.
He doesn't give a damn about anybody but
Dream match.
Final two.
Dream match.
This is going to be the match of the night. This is going to be the match of the night. I'm calling it now.
Dre, I totally, absolutely agree with you on this. This will be
match of the night right here.
They're
competing with Cody and Seth tonight.
I gotta say that this is gonna probably be just as hard hitting as that match yesterday. Not gonna lie when I tell you that. This is not gonna have a winner. There is not gonna be really. No. Outright full cut winner on this. This is not just a one and done. This is going to be a legit long-term fucking storyline.
Somebody could still win, though.
I mean, somebody could still win, but I kind of see this is the first chapter of it, though. Like, this is going to go, this could possibly go from now to Survivor Series. That's how big of a storyline that this is. We have waited way too long for this matchup. Way too long.
You went past SummerSlam.
You went past SummerSlam. You said Survivor Series.
I'm telling you.
Well, those storylines, it's obvious, Shelby. Those storylines would go way past SummerSlam. SummerSlam would just intensify it. It would start the next chapter of the very intense storyline, guys.
Let's put it in this fashion, okay? This is not a bullshit low fucking pay-per-view match.
No.
Okay?
No.
It is very, very good that this is a WrestleMania match. But for them to wrestle 2 more matches after this, I don't want them on a fucking shit pay-per-view. I don't want them on a fucking Backlash. I don't want them on a Bragging Rights. I don't want them on a fucking Hell in a Cell. I don't want it on any of that. I want
You don't want them on a Hell in a Cell?
No. I want legit matches. Because the only way you're going to have Hell in a Cell is if it's going to be like where they're teasing this new storyline now that Edge is now making a faction. That's the only way a Hell in a Cell is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay? But these 3 matches have to be on a WrestleMania, a SummerSlam, and a Survivor Series. No, don't give me no fucking cheese fucking pay-per-view where you're gonna have them on it. I'm telling you, it's gotta be on the big 4 pay-per-views. And the next 2 after that, SummerSlam and Survivor Series.
You don't think the time in between then, one of them might be in a title hunt?
Edge is not a full-time guy. The only
I'm talking about AJ.
Yeah, but even AJ they could still do regular storylines till they turn fucking as blue as the WrestleMania logo. But Edge is not going to wrestle every freaking week. He's not going to wrestle every pay-per-view in between.
Absolutely not.
So you have the legitimacy to make this a 3 major pay-per-view fucking rivalry for 6 months. It's perfect. We've only waited 10 years for this fucking shit to happen. And we're finally getting it now.
We're finally getting it now.
That's the way you look at it.
So you don't have nobody winning tonight.
I'll be honest with you. It's going to be. We have the comment in the chat. Edge will win if you're going to change his theme music. Then I have to keep his monster heel push going. You know what? The face can win on this one, lose the next one, and then figure it out how you do it at the third one.
Yeah, I think AJ wins tonight.
AJ wins tonight, but it only fuels the fire of the future plans for Edge. Because if they do have him making the heel faction, almost like similar to what they did with the Brood, that would be a fucking amazing storyline for the entire rest of this year. Feud of the year.
Wait a minute. You have 2 no contests in night 2 already?
I'm not saying this is a no contest. I got AJ. I got AJ going over, but long term, this is the storyline we've all been waiting for.
It's gonna be a hard-fought match. The match is gonna be 15-20 minutes.
AJ Styles 1. Bearman, where you at?
AJ Styles.
2 for AJ Styles. Dray,
but
where
you know what? Hey, whoa. But
no, AJ, I'm going with AJ.
Edge is gonna kick out of 2 styles of clashes, and AJ Styles is gonna kick out of the spear at least twice. Yeah, we're gonna have a thriller.
I'm telling you, they compete. They competing with Seth and Cody from last night. Those 2 matches are going to be the matches of Mania. As soon as this match was announced, I already knew what time it was.
I'm gonna go Edge.
Enzo agrees with me. He doesn't want to.
I gotta run with that heel turn. I gotta run with that.
See, apparently I'm not the only one that thought that this should not be on a fucking mid-level shit pay-per-view. Enzo is saying it too. He doesn't want to see it on a Hell in a Cell or a Money in the Bank. This has got to be like mainstream fucking things.
Really, Money in the Bank is really about the Money in the Bank ladder match. That's all Money in the Bank really is.
Yeah, and they very rarely have title changes unless the Money in the Bank is cashed in. Yeah. All right. Main event.
I got this one. Ladies and gentlemen, they have deemed this the biggest WrestleMania match in wrestling history. It is the first time ever in WrestleMania history you had the WWE Championship on the line along with the Universal Championship on the line. It is Brock Lesnar. It is Roman Reigns. We're talking Beast and Connor. We're talking Tribal Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, Suplex City is in Dallas, Texas. But the head of a potato is in Dallas as well.
Gentlemen, I got a question. Is this match okay? So it's a winner takes all match. Does that mean that there's no disqualifications, no count out?
No, this is legit pinfall submission. This is not if this is going to be a straight up match, then that's what we're actually technically looking for. Are we going to get a straight up match? No, not at all.
So if there's no disqualifications, do we expect the Usos to get involved?
Of course.
Okay.
Or Heyman.
Do you expect Paul Heyman to get involved?
Oh, Paul Heyman's definitely getting involved. The question is, how does Paul Heyman get involved?
Does he sacrifice himself? Let's say he takes a spear from Roman Reigns by accident. Brock Lesnar jumps out of the way.
No, it's the fucking bullshit like it happened the last time. Slide the title in when the referee's not looking.
Both titles on the line, though.
Again, Heyman runs around with the fucking title on his fucking shoulder. It's a fucking listen.
He's the legal counsel, right?
I don't want to. I'm not going to pussy around with this. Okay, I'm not going to pussy around with this.
Is this taking a shot at you?
We all know the outcome. We all know the outcome. It's fucking given. Reigns is winning.
Well, the Usos retain the titles. It wouldn't make sense to have the Usos retain, but Roman Reigns lose.
Listen, it's not the point of like the bloodline losing everything or like that. Let's look at the obvious fact. Brock's not a full-timer anymore. WWE doesn't want a champion that's only going to show up every fucking 3 months. Okay? Reigns is there week in, week out, fucking hour by hour, minute by minute, day by day. Okay?
And he's giving us the best heel run we want.
It's not the fact of the heel run. It's the availability. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I really think that this fucking storyline sucked ass. Because we all knew the outcome. You're going to have the unification match. After this is over, Reigns is the undisputed WWE champion like it was back in the day. Yada, yada, yada. Same old fucking bullshit. Lesnar disappears after this. He's gone for 6 fucking months. Done. I absolutely hated this fucking storyline. If they really want to bowl me over, they have fucking Lesnar win. But in actuality, Reigns is going to win because Reigns has got a full-time deal. Lesnar's on a fucking pay-me-by-appearance bullshit fucking contract. I could wrestle for fucking 2 months, and I'll be gone for 6, and come back for some cheesy-ass fucking storyline down the line.
And get a large paycheck.
Thank you.
Right. Bear Man, you going Reigns? You going Lesnar?
Oh, Darnell, we've talked about this. I think you know who I'm going with. For those of you who still won't acknowledge the tribal chief, then you know what? But by the end of tonight, you're gonna have no choice. Roman Reigns is winning. I'm not making my decision based on what Ricky said, even though Ricky is 100% right. I mean, look, Roman Reigns with this, the tribal chief head of the table run, the great heel run. I don't think it's ready to be ended yet. I mean, I just don't see him losing all this to Brock Lesnar. Come to think of it, when the time comes for Roman Reigns to not be champion anymore, I really don't know who is the guy to take the titles from him. I can't even think of the right person. Can you?
You see the shirt on Dray Day. I don't got to ask Dray Day. Let's go ahead and put it up, Dray Day.
No, but I got a question for Dray, and this is for all of you. So, who would be the guy when the time is right for Roman Reigns to drop the titles? Who should be the guy for him to drop it to?
Honestly, right now, I'll tell you,
I got only 2 options.
It really should be Lesnar. It really should be Lesnar.
Okay. All right.
Because now
that's probably the logical person. That's probably the only person.
That's the only listen, out of the list on the entire fucking roster right now, that is the only dominant guy you got. You've already seen the Lashley fucking title run. Obviously, that really didn't work out well because he needed fucking everybody to cheat for him to win. And it's the same thing with Reigns, too. We're getting fed the Usos and fucking Paul Heyman every time Reigns is in fucking trouble. Lesnar's the only one on the roster. There's not one other dominant guy on this roster that you could put that unified title on. Not one.
I got a question about that. How long are the titles unified?
Yeah, you took the
How
words
long
right
are
out
the
of my
titles
mouth.
unified?
Because I was getting ready to ask that too.
Until WrestleMania next year.
No, not even
I
that.
don't think they're gonna go that long.
Because once it's done, it's done. Why are you going to split them again? Why would you
They
split
still
them
have
again?
two different brands still. The tag titles ain't unified. You ain't unified none of the mid card titles.
Yeah, but the problem is this, okay? You split them all up. You've got a set of women's tag team titles that are going back and forth from show to show. They've already did it. They've already done it. Why do we have to have 5,000 different fucking championship titles? Why? They're already killing off the brand fucking split to begin with. Get it over with already. You don't need all these fucking title matches. We're already not seeing the U.S. title match on WrestleMania. We're not seeing the IC fucking title on WrestleMania. But yet we've got Raw tag team titles and we got SmackDown tag team titles. Fucking simplify it. For God's sakes, I'm glad we haven't seen the fucking 24/7 title on fucking WrestleMania. I would fucking break my TV.
We still got a night.
Don't be surprised if that don't happen.
I'll break my fucking TV if the 24/7 title makes it to WrestleMania. I'm not even joking.
Daniel Brooke and Reggie's Love Fest makes it to Dallas, Texas.
But the thing is, again, we have way too many fucking titles. It's like AEW. AEW's got it fucking simple. There's 4 sets of fucking titles. That's it. We don't need fucking 5,000 different fucking title matches. Because we don't get to all see them on the main stage. An IC title is a fucking pre-card match? Fuck you. U.S. title, pre-card match? Fuck you.
Gentlemen. Mr. Enzo Pontrelli actually gave an answer to who it brought us out of the picture. He's going with Drew McIntyre.
Which is another fucking failed experiment. He was good when there was no fucking fans, and once they got the fans, they fucking threw him in the shitter too. There's nobody on.
What about Cody? What about Cody?
Oh, they cannot predominantly even move Cody that fast to beat fucking Roman Reigns.
You can not yet.
He's got he would have to be around for a few months before that even happens. The Rollins experiment is done.
Wait. Now that I think about it, what about my boy Seth? What about him? Remember that Rumble ain't over.
They've already
done it. Over.
They've already done it. Because if they wanted Seth to do it, they would have pushed it already.
Remember, that match ended in a disqualification.
And if they wanted,
that match ended in a disqualification.
But again, if they wanted it to happen so bad, they would have pursued it already.
They wanted Reigns and Lesnar.
You still couldn't have him wrestle on another fucking match like on a Raw or SmackDown?
No, that was a teaser.
Have you seen fucking Seth Rollins follow up on that at all?
That was a teaser.
Absolutely not.
Because the very next night, he said, I can come out the Roman Reigns whenever I feel like it because I'm in his head. But I'm not going to do that right now.
But what feud do you already have him in right now?
He's in no feud.
He's in a feud. Do you think they're honestly going to let fucking Cody and Rollins be a one-time thing? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not.
That doesn't mean that they won't do it. I mean, hey, WWE's not going to follow your commands, Mr. Ricky.
I'm telling you, they're going to make a fucking storyline out of Cody and Rollins till at least SummerSlam.
So we all agree that the Tribal Chief winning tonight.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think it's a
bullshit.
Anything,
he needs it more. If anything, he needs it more anyway because what is this? What is this? Their third time fighting at Mania?
I want to say fourth.
They've fought quite a few times at Mania, but the problem is again, when do you say enough is enough?
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm honestly tired of the storyline because this shit been going on for Lord knows how long.
But at what point are you going to see Roman Reigns have the epic fall? This would be the perfect opportune time to do it. As much as I would love to see Brock walk away with the whole thing, because he's been the fucking ass kicker since fucking he's been back in the picture.
I
all
like
know
this
it's not going to happen.
But what did you do if Brock does win? What did you do after that?
Well, then you persuade him to fucking say, hey, don't be a guy that's going to show up every fucking 3 weeks. Don't just
That's not going to happen. Brock does whatever the hell he want to do.
But you know what? If you're going to build him up so much, he wants blood. He wants to take down the bloodline. He's been the only opposing force. You've pushed Roman over everybody. Everybody. You pushed him over Cena in a squash match. You've pushed him over Listen, unless you're going to have The Rock do it at WrestleMania 39 and have Reigns with a fucking 800-day reign, I don't think so. Like, it makes no sense. And what's
if Reigns walks out tonight, the champ, then it's crystal clear what their mindset is for next year.
Yeah.
Reigns
I personally think Reigns wins both titles. Somehow, some way, the WWE Championship makes its way back to Raw. Some form or fashion. They have two different titles again. Because I really don't think they want to in the blind split, knowing that USA and Fox are two different, like head-to-head companies.
Yeah, but you could still have the champion show up on both shows. Fucking Reigns been doing it for the last fucking 3 weeks. What's the difference? He only showed up
on that last week. They have Brock Lesnar keep showing up on SmackDown. That was my problem. Like, when is the WWE champion gonna show up on Raw? He's the Raw champion.
By the way, last comment in the chat before we kind of end this thing out, because I got to take a dump. I'm not even joking when I say that. Going back to the IC title, Enzo said,
I see the pain in your face, dude. I get it.
Enzo said he would have put Sammy with Finn Balor and Damian Priest in a triple threat for the card, which I obviously would have agreed on.
I
would have agreed on that.
And Sami Zayn winning to help get him over and to do something. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah, but we got to see fucking Sami Zayn and fucking Johnny Knoxville fucking torture each other with tasers. All right, Dray. I'm going to start it off with you. Once again, I thank you for being on the show with us today.
No doubt.
Throw out your social media and throw out your shows for everybody to find you.
Sportsway with Dray Day Podcast. I'm on all streaming platforms except Tidal. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Dray Day, Instagram, Dray Day 1985. Sportsway with Dray Day Podcast. The link is in the bios. And on Twitter, Dray Day 1985. But I'm going to change the handle soon. But right now, it's Dray Day 1985. And that's where you can find your boy.
Bear Man, you're next.
The mayor of Texas for the weekend.
You can find me on Twitter at Bearman of Texas. Just TX. No need to spell it out. My DM is open. So if you're looking to subscribe to any of my shows, whether it would be Into the Net FC, my soccer talk discussion segment of the Bear of Texas podcast, or Cowboys talk, if you enjoy listening to me tear the Cowboys apart, that's the show for you as well. Or if you love video games be spoken about passionately, religiously, in a journalism perspective, then Rage Quit is the show for you. And I'm proud to announce that this coming week, I will be adding a fourth show to the Bear of Texas podcast, talk about the Texas Rangers baseball team, so you can look forward to that too.
Everything in the state of goddamn Texas.
Yay.
That's my state.
Won't you just add the Dallas Mavericks to it next year?
Well, I will.
Damn.
Playmaker,
I set myself up for that.
You're the 3-hole.
Y'all know how we do it. You know, me and Ricky, we do all types of stuff together. We doing this, Flashback Fridays. You know, Who's Talk, by the way. If y'all didn't catch
the best basketball podcast in the world is Hoops Talk.
If y'all didn't catch the last episode, and I don't know what Dre Day called it, but after this season, Hoops Talk is getting a whole revamp. It's gonna be totally different. Ricky already made my logo for me. I have the intro already, so I'm looking forward to keep it going with more basketball talk. You know, I'm gonna cover the rounds and more stuff coming forward with the Playmakers broad brand. But y'all know where to find me at. And then the Prez out there in Brooklyn.
I cannot believe this is day 7 already. Holy shit. And I still have a whole week to go. Pipebomb Radio NYC obviously airs on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spreaker.com. We have Arch Rivals Football. It's on all of these lovely social media pages. You know, the Book of Face, the Tube of You, the Itch with a TW, Twitter, Bearman, myself, and the Playmaker. We got there's NFL stuff going on. There's USFL stuff going on. So we got all that going. And then the granddaddy of him all, and him only, Pain Trade Pipe Bomb, 5+ years of picking out the fools and making fun of them and having jokes and food discussions and all that great shit. That's Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on, again, those platforms that I mentioned. And don't forget, every show has merch. PainTrainPipeBomb.threadless.com. There's our bunch of sales going on. The new Attitude Collection's going out there as well. And it is making some serious waves. So if you haven't gotten your merch yet, go check it out.
And don't forget to check out Wrestling with a Bear.
Yes, Wrestling with a Bear. That's the big dog of the family. It's coming up big time.
Check out the merch at whatamaneuver.net.
We might need to make a website just for all the damn shows we got going on. Good gracious.
Yes, we will. Probably do
I got
that.
2 websites for 2 of my shows. I'm going to have to make more soon.
All right, so on behalf of Dray, the Bear Man, the Playmaker, I am the Prez. Hope everybody enjoys night 2 of WrestleMania, and we will catch you guys later.
This is Alex Alcazaz, a.k.a. the Bear of Texas, and you've just listened to Pipebomb Radio New York City, featuring your host, the Master of Mayhem, Ricky Lint Winkowicz. Don't forget your Pipebomb Radio NYC merch at paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com and listen to shows like Wrestling with a Bear and Motley Metal on all listening platforms. Tune in again next time for another episode of Pipebomb Radio NYC.